Okay, let's dive right into another mystery pattern. If you're new, what I have here are two books, one from 1846, one from 1847. They do have knitting and netting in them, but the crochet patterns that don't involve any beading or any graph, I have them taped over and blacked out. So I shuffle my numbers around. I pick a number. The number matches the corresponding pattern, and we make whatever it is. These patterns do not come with illustrations, so we are just blindly making these very, very old patterns. Very fun. So let's go ahead and pick a pattern. Let's just get right into it. Okay, what do we got? And it is from the original book, number 4. So also, if you're new, numbers that have a little asterisk next to them come from this book here that we just started working in the last video. But we're not working out of that one this time. We're working out of this one that we've been working out of. So let's find pattern number 4. And there it is. And it goes to here. Okay, so since everybody seemed really pleased whenever I used the thicker yarn for the last pattern we made, I'm going to do that again. I went with the color that won't stress out my white balance, so this is going to be a really easy color on my camera and an easy color for you guys to be able to see. And I'm going to go with just a standard 5mm hook. This is just a Red Heart Super Saver worsted yarn. So let's see, what do they want us to do? We are going to make a chain of 7 stitches. Let's just check the first round. 9 chain, 1 plain in every stitch. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I wonder, should I work back in the same stitch and work a single crochet? Probably. Because if I don't, I think I'll only have 6 of the 9 chains. So back into the same stitch, I will work 1 plain, then chain 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Next stitch over, work 1 plain, and then 9 chain, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Next stitch over gets 1 plain. I'll be back when I get all the way around and I've made all of these 9 chain 9 loops. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to work my last stitch right here in this last chain. There we go. And round 2, we have 7 plain. I love that this has a correction. I would love to know when this correction was made. 7 plain, miss 3. Okay, so right over into the first chain and work my first of 7 plain, and I'm going to mark this stitch right here as being stitch 1. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That left with 2 chains. Okay, then it says to miss 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, well, that starts us off right there, working our 7 plain again. So that seems to be consistent. 2. And so I'm going to continue to work this in all of the loops around, in all of the chains of all of the loops. And I will come back whenever I get back around to the stitch marker. Made it all the way back around. I have not worked into the stitch marker stitch. I just ended right there with my 7th single crochet of this last, looks like a petal. So now we are on to round 3, 6 chains, miss 5, 2 plain, the 2 plain in the middle of the chain in the last round. So is that 2 plain into 1 stitch, or one plain into each of the next 2 stitches? I don't know. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, skip 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that don't put me in the middle, that puts me off to the side. So then maybe I do join and join right here. 1, 2, wait a minute. 3, 4, 5, 6. Is this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's not right, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They want us to go here and then here. I am thinking that's not right. So then do I not join? Okay, let me play around with this off camera and see what I can come up with, because now I am cross-eyed. I'll be right back. So I've been playing around with this a lot, and this is what I wound up settling with. Again, these patterns, they do not tell you how to begin or end, or how to end around anyway. Here was the end of our last round right here, and I just didn't know what else to do. So I just joined right here so that it at least looks like everything else. And I just slip stitched. Actually, I think I joined down 1. My bad. Down 1. There we go. Now, that way it looks like all the other joins. And then I just slip stitched my way over to the top center of the little petal here, because it says that that's where our work is meant to wind up, our 2 stitches. So chained 1 and worked 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Put my stitch marker right there. And that's the only time I did that into the same stitch, was right here at the beginning. This is the equivalent of cutting the puzzle piece to make the damn thing fit, right? Then I chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right here I will work my 2 stitches in 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skipped, and right at the top of the chain I work 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it doesn't say to do this in the pattern, but it doesn't say to do much in the pattern, if we're being fair. Okay, because where does it say how to end around? Every way I tried to make it work wouldn't work. This is the only way that I have found to make it work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and 7. So I'm going to continue to work this in this manner all the way around, and it's starting to look like a sand dollar in a way, isn't it? I'll be right back. So here we go. I do have a chain 6 ready to go, only because I'm not sure what we're going to do next, and it may require, I mean, it seems like I need to connect this right here. I think I'm going to just slip stitch right into that. There we go. Now let's see, it does look like a sand dollar though, doesn't it? Like, seriously, if you wanted crochet sand dollars, right here, make this exactly what I just showed you. Cut, weave in your ends, and you've got some crocheted sand dollars. Bam. So let's keep going. 4th round, 3 plain and 2 plain in the 4th stitch. So we're going to do some increases. So I'm going to chain 1 and work 1, 2, and 3. And then in the 4th, let me go ahead and mark that first stitch though. And in the 4th stitch over, which will be a chain stitch, we work 2 into the same stitch. Okay, so I'm going to keep working in this manner all the way around, and I will be right back. Okay, let's look and see what we do next. I just ended right here. I haven't worked, I guess I could slip stitch. go ahead and do that. All right, now it says that we are going to work the 5th round, 3 plain, 6 chain, miss 1. Okay, 3 plain, 6 chain, miss 1. So 1, 2, and 3. 6 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Miss 1. So skip the next stitch over and then work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. 2 and 3, chain 6. Is that 6? Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip the next stitch and then single crochet into the next 3. Okay, so I'm going to continue to work like this all the way around, and I will be right back. Okay, worked my way all the way around, and I joined into the stitch with my stitch marker, and it seems to have worked out pretty good. We just work 1 round of plain. Okay, so 1 single crochet in every stitch around, so, and then into every chain. Don't know why I was counting, there's no need. So just 1 single crochet in every chain stitch and 1 single crochet in every single crochet all the way around. And I will be right back when I get back around to my stitch marker. Okay, be right back. Okay, just finishing up this round, which is overpacked now, so we'll see what that's going to wind up turning into. But I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch into my first single crochet. And let's see, what do they want now? 7th round, chain 5, miss 7, 2 plain in the chain of last round. Okay, so chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, miss 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 2 plain in the chain of last round. But the question is, 2 chain into 1 stitch, or, well, I guess I'll figure it out as I go. If the stitch count is off, I'll know that I need to go back and put 2 into 1 stitch. That already looks off. Do I need to slip stitch over again? Let me mess around with this a little bit and see what I can figure out. Okay, so I'm just I'm just sort of going with what the pattern says because I couldn't really figure out any way around it. Maybe the bits are supposed to curl up like that. Maybe. So we're gonna go with it. This one truly has me for a loop, truly. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is the stitch that I joined into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So stitches 8 and 9, I will work a single crochet into 1 and 2, and it creates this sort of little, I mean, maybe. So we'll just have to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So stitches 8 and 9. 8 and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then stitches 8 and 9. Get a single crochet. And 2. So, I mean, maybe this is why these are overpacked, because they're meant to stick up like this. You know, like one of those doilies that waves. Maybe. A sand dollar doily that waves. Maybe. I don't know. Let's keep going because this one here is truly interesting, I think. I'm going to keep doing this all the way around. I'll be right back. I worked my way all the way around to my stitch marker. I worked my last single crochet We're supposed to work 2, but I only had enough room to work 1. So let's see what we do next. 8th round, we just work a round of single crochet. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and join down here with 1 slip stitch and work a single crochet. Well, is that right? Would that be adding a stitch? Well, I already am short a stitch, so that's fine. Okay, I'm going to work 1 single crochet in every single chain around and every single crochet around. And I will be right back. I really should mark that first stitch, because I will lose it. I worked my way all the way around with a single crochet. Now we are on the 2nd page, 9th round, 5 chain, miss 2, 1 plain. Okay, I'm going to slip stitch. Five chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip, skip, and the 3rd stitch over, work a single crochet. And I'm going to put my stitch marker right there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 chains in the 3rd, or skip 2 stitches, and in the 3rd one over, work a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip, skip, work a single in the 3rd. I'm going to work this stitch pattern all the way around. I will be right back. This one is turning out to be rather interesting, I think. That, or it's goofy and it's not at all supposed to look like this. We'll see. Let me show you how it looks from this angle. It's kind of a mess. Okay. Okay, so here is my last chain 5. I have 2 stitches to skip, so I'm just going to slip stitch right into where my stitch marker is. Okay, now let's see what's next. 10th round, chain 5, miss 7, 1 plain in chain of last round. Okay, so again, I'm going to start with a single crochet like we did before. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and let me mark that. Now it says to miss 7 and 1 plain in the chain of last round. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and we put 1 right here into the very first chain and work into the 8th. So if I do that, where will that place me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that'll put me over here on this side. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's moving down another chain every loop. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. I don't know if I'm even doing this right. I can't imagine why we're skipping a whole loop. I don't understand at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does say miss 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then in the 8th chain, see this is, yeah, there really isn't any. I mean, I want to work in the chains. Okay, I'll be right back. Nothing about this makes even a bit of sense. We're skipping whole chains. We're working in the first half of this chain, the second half of this chain. We're working right into the single crochet here, but then again, we started in the single crochet. And I'm just going to keep going. One is a real mess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trust the process, right? I mean, trust the process. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to trust the process. I'll work my way over to my stitch marker. Okay, so I do have 7 chains left to skip. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I never doubted it the whole time. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I trusted the process the whole time. You heard me even say trust the process. I never doubted it for a minute. Okay, let's look and see what we do next. This is a crinkly, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. All right, let's see. 11th round, same as 10th. And 12th round, same as 10th. So, okay, so the next 2 rounds, we're going to work just like the last round we just worked. 5 chains, miss 7, 1 plain in the chain of the last round. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and work these 2 rounds, and I'll come back whenever I am ready to work the 13th round. So let's at least, speak, Karina. I'll at least start that with you. So I'm going to work a single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll mark that. We skip 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is definitely a different type of pattern, right? I don't know what we're looking at. I'll be back whenever I get to the end. So I don't think this is the way this is meant to work out. I think I've got, I think this one might just be a fail. I'm not sure. This is goofy. This one might be a fail, but you know what? I'm going to see it to the end, dang it. So 13th round, 5 plain, miss 1. Okay. I'm sure that I am the reason why this is messing up. I'm positive that I've done something wrong. It may be down here at the very beginning. I'm sure I did something wrong. I'm not going to be able to get them all correct, you know. Sometimes they're going to throw me for a big enough loop that they got me. 3, 4, and 5. And then it says 5 plain, miss 1. Okay, so we're going to skip the next chain, and then the next single crochet, I'm going to work a single crochet. It's as if it's trying to tighten up. Is this meant to look like this, maybe? I'm doing, go this way. Is this meant to do this? I mean, maybe I'm not messing it up. Maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. I am just going to keep going. We will see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip the last stitch and into the single crochet, work my next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to keep working this all the way around, skipping the last chain and into the single crochet. And I mean, it seems like it's trying to tighten up, so maybe it's supposed to curl like this. We haven't uncovered it, so we don't know what this is called. And if we don't understand the name, we're gonna, I'm gonna Google it. So okay, I've got this 13th round, and then one more round after this, and then we're going to unmask it. I'll be right back. Made it all the way back around. I haven't joined yet. I just wanted to show you what we have so far. This is what's happening. The last round is going to be 2 treble, which is 2 double crochet, 2 chains, and then miss 1. So 2 treble, 2 chains, miss 1. So I'm going to go ahead and join. I don't think I'll need my stitch marker anymore. So 2, 3, chain 3 for my first double crochet. So 2 double, so next stitch over, 2 chains, and then miss 1. Okay, so skip that one. 1, 2, 2 chains, skip 1. Nope, there we go. 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to work this all the way around, and then we will unmask this pattern and see what it is that I have just made. Here we go. Work my last 2 double crochet here. Skip that one. There we go. 1 and 2. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I think it's supposed to be this way around. So I don't know what this is. I'll be right back though. Okay, it's done. I'm not entirely sure what it is, so let's find out. I am actually like really curious. This one has had me. Filet. What? There's barely any filet in this. There's 1 row of filet, and that's the very last row. I mean, this is number 4, right? Yes. Filet pattern. Where? Where? The last row is the only row of filet. What is this supposed to be? What is this? What is going on? I can't even back out anymore. I can't even Google it, because if I Google it, it's just going to show me some filet crochet patterns or some fish of filet. No. Okay, either this was a fail, I was a fail. At some point, a failure happened. And this is in no way, shape, or form a filet pattern other than the very last round. This is in no way a filet pattern. I'm almost emotional over this one, guys. Not really, but yeah, that was pattern number 4. I don't know what to think of it. I would love to hear what you guys think you would do with this. Maybe planter, but then that would, I mean, then you don't get to see all the decoration, whatever decoration this was meant to be. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. This one turned out pretty goofy. Can't turn it into a bag? Maybe you can, but why would you? That's hideous. That's ugly. I'm just keeping it real. That's not cute. Okay, it's a filet pattern. I thoroughly disagree. 1846, sorry. I thoroughly disagree, whoever wrote this pattern. I probably should have just worked the chain. Anyway, I am not the biggest fan of this one, but I will say I'm not the biggest fan of the turnout, but I did thoroughly enjoy the challenge. This one really took a while. This one took a lot longer than any of the others, if I'm being completely honest with you. It did. And this one was a genuine challenge for me, to the point where it did not work out. In my opinion, it did not work out. This was meant to be a filet pattern. Ma'am, where? But that's okay. I will see you guys in the next mystery pattern that will come up very, very soon. Hopefully, we'll get something from the new book, but if we get something from the older book, that's okay too. I'm almost afraid to read the comments under this one, but I got a thick skin. I can handle it. Okay, I love you guys lots, and I will see you in the next mystery video.